Good morning, we're here in the shop with glassholes.com and we're going to be setting up a 20-gallon breeder. So we're going to put in a Super Nano Condientes. When you order the Super Nano, it's set up for a maximum of 350 gallons per hour. It likes to run about 200 to 250 gallons. You never want to size it for max flow because if you get a clog, you're going to get flooded over the side of the tank. Now when you order the Super Nano, it comes with the box, the bulkhead, with a gasket and an extra gasket. Comes with the elbow out the back with a hole in it that you put a vent tube in to break any siphon. It's a dorsal setup with our patented pending baffle system inside of our box. It's going to come with a template for drilling, diamond coated hole saw, and added onto this kit we added a 1/2-inch return kit. Our 1/2-inch return kit is going to come with your 1/2-inch bulkhead, your MPT connector, your pipe, nozzle. We have round nozzles and flare nozzles. The round nozzle I like. You can do either one you want. You can even order the kit in just separate pieces if you want. The kit comes also with an elbow that goes out the back for you to be able to run 1/2-inch pipe into, and it comes with a hole saw. And most importantly, all of our overflow kits come with Fun Dip. The most important part of the kit. I know people buy the kit just for the Fun Dip, but you also get the kit with it too. Template also for the return kit. So all of our kits come with detailed instructions. We advise you to read these. It'll talk about tempered glass, how to drill, where to set the template up, how to set everything up, bulkhead placement, gasket placement, everything you do. We get emails all day long about people saying, hey, this happened and this happened, and all the questions could have been answered if they would have read the instructions first. So setting up to drill a tank, we want to get the tank ready. We're going to take the sides off, and on this one we want to set up our overflow right in the middle, and we're going to set up our return kit off to the side. Alright, I'll come right back in a second. So here we are, we have our template. The tank's about 30 inches long, exactly 30 inches long. We put the center of the template right at 15 inches so we get our box right in the center. We put our return kit, it doesn't really matter off to the side, as long as we have room for it to go. Try to get it towards the top so when the tank shuts off, the return kit doesn't siphon the whole tank down into the sump. And what we have here is painter's tape. You can use any duct tape. I use painter's tape. And we're just going to secure the templates down to the tank. And these templates are only 1/4 inch thick. So when you secure them down, you can fill them with just a small amount of water, and only a small amount of water is what you need when you're drilling. And a 1/4 inch will allow you to hold enough water to keep the drill bit cool while you are drilling. As you can see over here, we have a gallon of water, and we're not using a water hose. You can do it outside on your lawn with a water hose. If you do have an outside, here at our shop we do not have a lawn. So we're going to take this down, and I'll be right back. So we're getting ready to drill the glass. What we want to do is we're going to have our safety glasses on. You can wear gloves if you choose to. And one very important thing is all of our boxes come wrapped in bubble wrap. I suggest you save that and you stick it on the inside of your tank. Because what's going to happen is when you drill that glass hole, that glass bit part is going to fall straight down. And you want it to hit the bubble wrap, not the other side of your tank. So we've got a little bit of water here. It does get a little messy. We're going to put water in there and in the return. And we're going to hold it right there next to us. And have a cordless drill here. Have it on high speed, low chuck. And when you start drilling, the template hole is bigger than the hole saw. It's supposed to be to give you its main purpose of this is to keep the hole saw from going all the way across your tank, and also for a little bit of water, and there is water in there holding. When you start, you want to start at a slight angle to make an indentation, and then move it flat and let it just grind the glass away. Drill, and you can see here is the glass piece that came out, fell and landed on there. What we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next piece, make sure there's water, and we're going to start off at a slight angle. And then flatten it out. And eureka, there it is. So we got our holes drilled, we got our templates off, and one thing that I want to emphasize is measure twice, measure 10 times, measure 100 times, cut once. Because when the glass tank can only drill it once, make sure your overflow box is going to be exactly where you want it, line it up with the template on the outside before you drill. Measure it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times if you have to. If it's not where you want it, move it. Take your time and do it right. So we got our holes drilled. We're going to take our overflow box, the Super Nano con dientes, which means Super Nano with teeth. So we're going to take the baffle out, set that to the side. We're going to take our bulkhead. Now with our bulkheads, we do them different than other people. We do the flange on the outside. And the reason why, because it allows us to make our overflow boxes thinner on the inside of the tank to take up less room. So you're going to take your bulkhead with one gasket on it. You're going to take the extra gasket that comes with it, stick your bulkhead in, stick the gasket on, take your overflow kit, stick it in there, take the nut that comes with it, and this is where women have an advantage over us men with the smaller hands to get the bulkhead threaded. In their right place. Now you don't want to over tighten anything. Everything can be hand tight. If anything, take a little screwdriver, stick it on the nut edge and just tap it a little bit with a hammer, very lightly. For example, we'll use a little screwdriver. We'll grab our hammer here and we'll just tap it a little bit. Just tighten it down. We're going to take our bulkhead with the hole. Typically we would thread this with Teflon tape. We sell it online. Hand tight, We're going to take our vent tube, we're going to stick it in there. This one's cut long so you can see it. You can cut it to size. Basically all this does is it breaks the siphon so that you don't get a full siphon system, so it's just a natural overflow called a dorsal style with our patent pending baffle here. You're going to want to stick that inside of there. And that's the overflow setup. We're going to come over to the return. And on the return, we're just going to do traditional wise. Flange on the inside, nut on the back. Once again, you don't have to over tighten it, just hand tighten it. Very important when putting the elbow in the back side is you do it hand tight, Teflon tape. You over tighten it, you can crack the bulkhead and you will get that drip leak that everybody loves. And on the inside, you could do it, since it's just a small tank, you could just do the MPT with a nozzle, because you can angle it slightly, or you can do the whole hose on the inside and angle it to wherever you want. And that is the setup of a 20-gallon breeder with a Super Nano Condientis and a 1/2 inch return kit.